welcome to the Ecom Insiders podcast. My name is Debbie, and this event is sponsored by SPCTEK. Today, our guest is Marcel Marculescu, and our topic is going to be winning strategies for product sales and keyword ranking in Amazon 2024. There's a lot of stuff going on about keyword ranking right now, so I'm excited to have you. Marcel is actually a Romanian entrepreneur and CEO of intelliRANK, processing over 2 decades of experience in the IT field with an expertise in digital marketing, e-com, and Amazon selling. Mar- Marcel has helped thousands of Amazon sellers to achieve successful product launches, improved rankings, and increased brand awareness. His dedication to discovering and sharing knowledge is coupled with his innovative solutions and strategic insights, and they have made him a highly respected and sought after professional in the e-commerce marketing industry. Marcel, welcome today. Glad to have you.
Well, Debbie, thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be here. And thank you for all the presentation there that you had on my side. I really appreciate it. And yeah,
I hear you're one of those experts that everyone wants to hear from.
well, hopefully I will bring in some new things to this discussion, and people that are watching us will definitely, I can say that will definitely be amazed. So stay with us because I'm going to give you a little bit of, let's say, strategies from the back closet that we
All
didn't
right.
take
Well,
out for a
then
lot of
let's
people. So
let's just
yeah.
dig into some questions. What are the core elements of a winning product sales and keyword ranking strategy on Amazon?
All right, so that's a great question, Debbie. The whole idea behind every strategy when it comes to looking at your product is to identify, first of all, to do a very well product keyword research. Having in mind that you need to understand your niche, you need to understand your product, and you need to focus on those particular keywords. Now, the idea behind keyword ranking, first thing is the indexing. We'll go through the indexing as in getting your product visible on those actual keywords. So making your product being discoverable whenever someone searches on Amazon. Maybe I will go maybe some technicalities, but also will try to explain things in an easy way. Hope that's
Okay.
okay for everyone. And yeah, first of all, we need the product to be discoverable, which means it needs to be indexed. In order to be indexed, it needs to be relevant. So to be present, let's say, from the terms and the keywords that you'll be using in your listing, Amazon needs to identify it as a good candidate to be displayed on a search term. Now, we all know whenever people are going to Amazon, they are inputting a keyword. So being displayed within the search results is the key, because actually being on the top of page one, that's the key. But we'll start from the basics. You want to, first of all, be discoverable on that keyword. That will tell you that you have done a good job and your listing is relevant for that particular keyword, hence for your niche. As soon as you're indexed and you're already on that, available for discovery on that keyword, we're talking about ranking. What is keyword ranking? So this is let's say from the technical perspective, extremely easy to look at. Amazon has an algorithm behind and takes into consideration different factors. The most important factor of any product out there on the Amazon marketplace is the actual sale. Apart from that, there's add to cart, there's add to wish list, there's also product sharing, there's the time that the user or customer spends on your listing. So Amazon takes into consideration all these aspects to see if your product is a good candidate for other customers. And at the end of the day, based on the sale and multiple factors, you will get ranked and you will get a higher search position within the search terms. So always start from the basics, get your product available on that targeted keyword, get it indexed, and then work your way up to the top, sell on that keyword. This means through PPC, through other techniques like marketing strategies, like product testing. And yeah, the key is to sell. Of course, there's also the reverse of the medal. So not the reverse of the medal, but if you get, for example, a bad review, that's a strong signal for Amazon that your product has a problem. So you don't want to get a lot of bad reviews, because that will diminish the visibility Amazon is throwing to your product. Amazon is
So,
trying constantly. Yes,
Marcel, that brings up a really good question that I get asked a lot. How
yes,
does
please.
Amazon's algorithm influence the product visibility in sales? Because we know what the keywords do, but how does the algorithm actually influence it?
It's a matter of all the signals that the product sends to Amazon. So the actual algorithm will collect all the signals. So we're talking about sales, reviews. It's a huge difference between a 5-star review and a 1-star review. That will tell Amazon two different things, the algorithm. So whenever you get a 5-star review, then Amazon will definitely say, okay, I continue to send traffic to this product. It's a good traffic, it's a good product. The customer love it. If you get a 1-star review, Amazon will say, okay, oops, we have a problem. Let's slow down on the visibility. Maybe give the advantage and give visibility to another product in your niche, to one of your competitors, potentially, and say, okay, this competitor got only 5-star reviews. They didn't get a 1-star review. And, here comes the bouncing, Amazon will put into the spotlight your competitors. Then your competitors might get some bad reviews or do whatever, or run out of stock, or who knows. Then again, it will shift to another competitor, maybe to you. So it's a matter of trying to be at the top and be, let's say, have a good product. So we're all talking from the perspective of having a quality product, having a
Mm.
good quality check, and yeah, selling. Because yeah,
What
in the yeah, go ahead, Debbie.
what promotional strategies would you use to generate? Let's say the product is just being listed, and we know we've got to catch up with some of the competitors and stuff. So how do you generate your initial sales and momentum?
That's a great question. So whenever you have the product launched on Amazon and it's day one, imagine that this is like the honeymoon. Everyone's talking about it. The product is in the honeymoon, so take advantage of it. You need to sell to generate sales. Of course, Vine is not considered a sale because it's a zero cost product given away to the viners. So enrolling your product into Vine, I recommend that all the way to get reviews, but it's not an actual sale. Apart from that, some people, and yeah, including myself, we go to friends and family and get them to help us with the initial reviews apart from Vine. That's another story. Be careful with that. I always advise, if you have, let's say, 5 or 10 friends and family, get them each to separate them into 1 week apart. So do not get them all to buy in the same week. Just spread them out through the history of the product at the beginning, right? You don't want to rush into things. And most importantly, last but not least, we at intelliRANK, we are running a product testing campaign. What does that mean? It means that we're putting together a strategy to test your product with product testers. So there are people that will get your product and answer a set of questions, a survey. Now, this is very important. Why? Because first of all, you get information from that survey. So we're not just to be very transparent and clear, we're not talking about reviews. This is not no way related to reviews. It's market research, and it's a survey that we're building up, and we're getting data for the Amazon seller for you. So we are getting people to test your product, but in order for them to test the product, of course they have to buy it somehow, right? So we will walk them through the entire process, and we'll make sure, based on a well researched strategy, to get them. For example, today get 5 people to buy the product and yeah, well, answer the survey. Then tomorrow we have maybe 10. The day after we have 7. So it's an actual strategy we're following, and this will get you, apart from the survey data, it will get you sales velocity, momentum, and one very important factor I mention everywhere: no day without sales. So no matter what you do, make sure you have sales every day, especially at the beginning, because that's when you start. And technically speaking, the honeymoon is just a clean slate protocol, right? So you're
Okay.
starting from day one, and Amazon doesn't have any information about your product. And just like in the honeymoon, you have to perform. You have to give your best shot just to show that Amazon is doing the best. It's should showcase your product everywhere
Yeah.
because your product is the best in your selling. So each day, make sure you generate some sales.
Do you recommend using, say, coupons and lightning deals if you're not doing PPC to maybe generate some initial sales?
Yes, but the problem is initially you will not have access to it. The
Uh,
lightning gears will come up later. So for the lightning gears, you have to have good reviews to have good some sales. So they have some criteria on which you are offered the lightning deal or a 7-day deal. Yes, I totally recommend, especially the 7-day deals. If you get that, use it. This is like, and I want to underline this, a very powerful tactic. Most of the big sellers in the game are using a 7-day lightning
mm,
deal per month. So use it. If you get it, use it and hold on to it, and do not be afraid to invest into it. Because again, we're going back to square number one. What does it do? It's actually a lower cost product and featured in different places for Amazon where people are looking for discounts, and it's generating you sales. Again, we're going to the algorithm and the number one thing that you're solving with the lightning deal: sales. You want to sell, but not just for a period of 4 hours. A lightning deal is like 4 8 hours, whatever that can cover in total. This is over 7 days, so it's more powerful. Try to target that one. Coupons, yes, it's that nice badge that you get on your product. Use it, take advantage of it always. It's part of the game, and you should get as many badges as possible to, yeah, of course, the bestseller, and yeah, whatever you can capture in the on the Amazon platform, and yeah.
yeah, we talked a little bit about your keyword ranking. How significant is the product listing optimization in order to get that ranking?
It's highly, it's the most important factor that will influence the ranking if you do not generate any sales. So imagine that in the title it's like this. The hierarchy is like this. The title is the more powerful place to post your best keywords. So I always start from the title. The best keywords go in the title. Also, I take advantage of the first 58 characters because that's what it's visible on the mobile, to make it as, let's say, as clear as possible to those navigating on mobile what the product is about. So the main keywords that actually tell the story of the product will be within the first 58 characters. Everything else will go beyond that. Then you have the bullet points and then the description. In some categories, the description is being shown. In others, it's hidden. But still, even if it's hidden, it's still part of Amazon's algorithm. So you should fill up that field. Do not leave empty fields, especially the description, because it's very powerful. Put the keywords, when it comes to keyword research, try to catalog them by importance, very important, or very relevant, somehow relevant, and some other keywords that might be there for the product. Three categories should be fine for starters. You can have also a category for uh, special events like Prime Day or Christmas or December sales, or I don't know, Mother's Day, whatever you're selling. um, Nevertheless, focus on the main keywords to be within the title and maybe in the bullets, and then go through all the other keywords and spread them out nicely into bullet points and description. The targeting the keywords, and also this is when tools on the marketplace. We use Helium 10. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to mention that,
Yeah,
but
most people
okay.
do.
Yeah, so it's one great tool out there that is doing a lot of job. Try to look at the title density, do a competitor research, and check the title density. That will give you a huge advantage to see exactly where you can tap into that market share where other people are not tapping into, and will get you a huge ranking boost just by adding the right keywords in the title, and yeah, getting the product on that particular keyword featured. Yeah. So
Okay, so today is August 15th, and you
yes,
know that effective today, there are new bullet point requirements that came in from Amazon. How do
yes.
you think that's going to affect current listings?
Well, I'm hoping honestly because we don't know what will happen, but we're getting AI into the
Mm,
business. So until now we had like yeah, a few things, automatic checks from Amazon, but now with AI into play, we don't know what to expect. And when a human was reviewing the product listing and was looking over it, they might, yeah, say, okay, it's like a human approach, but with AI you cannot play. So you either play by the rules or you do not play by the rules. One very important tip I would give everyone here is to go into ChatGPT or any AI tool that you're using, put in there all the requirements, and also feed ChatGPT, for example, with your current bullet points, and ask what to change, what to improve in order not to infringe or what not to raise a flag about your listing within the new changes. I encourage everyone to update their listing rather than hoping not to be caught. I do not like that game because yeah, with AI you cannot play. They will target
Yeah.
you, and they will hopefully they will offer people the chance and say, okay, your listing needs to be updated and improved, so here's how it should look like, and you say approve or disapprove or change or something
Mm.
like that. Hopefully it will be like that, and not like whoop, you come up with a new listing and you don't know what happened. So yeah, we'll see how Amazon will roll that out, but I'm hoping for the best. And yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be interesting, I think, in the next couple of days to see, particularly like in some of the agencies where you're watching a bunch of listings that maybe you've made some changes to and wanting to ensure that they stay up where they have been and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be interesting. Um, Let me ask you this. How can sellers actually leverage their reviews to improve product sales or the product ranking?
Well, that's a trick question. I don't want to go into the dark side of that question, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
sometimes, yeah, of course, we're talking about friends and family. It's important for them to, whenever they're putting a review, you can tell them, okay, just put in there some keywords and some write some things that normally you cannot have in your listing, and they can put it there in the reviews. But anyway, coming back to the white hat of things. Leveraging customer reviews is about always trying to understand how the customers think. This should be part of the product discovery and product research phase, where you look into your competitors, you check their reviews, and of course you want to improve and come up with a better version of the product, while also keeping a good cost and yeah, staying competitive on the marketplace. Now, at the end of the day, getting the good reviews and getting the attention of your customers and mitigating the risks that and the problems that other competitors had in the past, that's a huge bonus. And also in terms of sales, if you're coming up with a better improved version and that solves problems from the competitor side, then definitely other people will come up and get that product, and of course you want to sell. Selling leads to ranking, leads to more sales, and there you go. You create the snowball effect, and at the end of the day, we're trying to get sales.
That brings me to a really good point because this is something a lot of people don't understand. What does the pricing strategy have to do with maximizing sales and even your profitability?
Okay, that's a good one. Different strategies here. I can think of some of them. So first of all, whenever you're launching a product, start from break even. Don't be eager to get that profit from day one, because that's not a good way forward, unless you're coming up with a new product in an already established niche and no one else is selling that, and people will have to purchase it. So other scenarios like this one. The whole idea is to have like a good pricing strategy in mind. Start from break even and then work your way to the top. Of course, this can lead to, I don't know, 1 2 months of break even pricing, depends on what you're looking for. Myself, I do not want to play the price game. So with all my brands and all my products, I want to position myself as a premium product. So by doing that, the price is also reflecting the actual product quality. And even though the competitors in the niche are having, some of them, a lower price, I do not care about that. I do not want to lower my price. I try to find the sweet spot there for the customers to find it. And also, of course, the product needs to deliver the quality that I am, you know, betting on. So at the end of the day, the products and everything need to align with, and the pricing needs to align with the actual product and your customer avatar. We are talking about the type of people that will purchase, because some people will always look for the cheapest products. That's,
Yeah.
we don't want that person to get your product. It's totally okay. but try to find those people that actually resonate with what you're trying to offer to the world. Not a cheap product, but a good product, a premium product, or yeah, whatever you're trying to sell out there. And yeah, it's all about
So,
the details are in the branding. So at the end of the day, try to do a good branding, and yeah, you're set.
yeah, so we've talked a little bit about the keywords and how they optimize, the optimization of those can impact. What about product images? Can those be optimized to give maximum impact for conversion?
Absolutely. Always, always, always experiment. With Amazon, you can experiment on the product images and also on the bullet points, of course, and on the text side. But experiment to see whatever the customers are looking for. So first of all, the main image, that's the hook. That's what people will see first, and your first job is to get people to click on that image. So A/B test that main image to make sure you get a good one that people are, it's a pattern disruptor in the niche. People are looking at it and they are getting the right idea about your product, what to expect. And it's important to capture that first click. Next, when people are landing into your listing, it's important to check the unit session percentage. This is a business report feature there. You go in business reports, you tap on the child or parent, whatever you have information, and look for the column with unit session percentage. Try to accommodate there at least a 10% conversion. So this means that 10 out of 100 people decide to purchase your product. If you get people on the listing, this means that they're interested in the product, but you need to land that sale. I've seen also with listings with 3% conversion rate. I've seen listings with 40% conversion rate. Try to look at your niche and try to work on that number. Even if it's 40%, try to improve it, because you have an audience, and it's even with PPC, it's very hard to capture that click and get that person into your listing. You want to get that sale from that person. You do not want to actually, so test, experiment. That's my golden nugget for this one.
And we should point out to anybody who's brand new to Amazon, in most categories, your main image does have to be on a white background. So you can't just put crazy stuff up there because they're going for some uniformity. I think furniture is one of those where you don't have to have a background. You can have a lifestyle photo, but for the most part, you have to figure out how to take that white background and make it appealing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Also, yeah, it's important to yeah, there are some tricks there. You can put some pixels around, like a very different type of white, just to expand your visible area, because otherwise Amazon, if you have a lot of white background, Amazon will shrink it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
experiment.
So now, how do you integrate your product testing data into your strategies in order to get sales velocity?
All
That's a
right,
lot of big
so
words.
yeah. All the words are very heavy there. So yeah, just to look at the product testing is actually very important to understand how your end customer is reacting to your product. This will lead you to understand if your product is a good candidate for the market and for the client avatar that you're targeting. So again, we're looking at price points, we're looking at images, we're looking at different things that you want to find out about the product. This is I want to go back one step and just to emphasize on one other thing. It's This is a continual process. It's not a one-time thing. You want to continually look into these factors and try
Yeah.
to improve. It's always about adapting to the changes. For example, this change with the bullet points. Now we have to rethink our listings to make them, adapt them to the current updates and the current rules Amazon is sending out. So we need to change something. And if you're still into this subject, the only constant in life is actual change. The same applies for the business. Always try to improve. And at the end of the day, this is what's helping us to get more sales and even more market share. Because by changing, we're creating a unique approach. And sometimes that unique approach is the spark you need just to ignite your product to the moon and beyond. So going back to what we were talking about earlier, experiment, try to be open to change, and try to always improve your product and your stats. Look at the numbers. It's the best way forward, if you ask me.
So tell me, what is the role of Amazon's enhanced brand content, or A plus as it's called, in product optimization?
Oh, that plays a huge role. It's a great question, Debbie. Thank you for that. So yeah, we're looking at first of all the product images, but then if you're scrolling on desktop or on mobile, it's also available very fast. You want to showcase there as much information as possible and take advantage of that. You have some very nice features you can implement there, like comparison between you and your competitors. So maybe you can put your own products there if you have different variations or different type of products. It's seeds that we're implementing into the client's brain just so
Yeah.
they make an informed, and the goal here is to persuade the customers, not to convince them to buy. That's a huge difference. Just want to persuade them this is the best product for you because, and put videos, put everything that you can to show them. And this is the magic, to show them that this is the product that will solve their problems. Because usually a product is about two things: it's pleasure or pain. So whatever your product is doing, you just make sure it's actually delivering that. It's
I'm
either
going to
fixing a
use that.
problem.
I'm going to use that quote. It's pleasure or it's pain.
Always like that. That's in
Always.
marketing. That's the marketing 101 or
Yeah,
101. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
So now
absolutely.
tell me, this is just something I'm curious about for those people who are really new to Amazon. How do you get started in EBC, enhanced brand content? I mean, is that just available to you right from the beginning?
Well, that's a question I cannot answer right now, Debbie, but thank you for that. Actually, I haven't started back on the Amazon on new brand for a long time. But yeah, that's a good question. I will pass on that one. Nevertheless,
Okay.
I think EBC. Okay, going back to it, I can relate to it. So EBC is for brand registered brands. So
Yes.
first of all, you need to get a trademark. You need to get it registered with Amazon, and as soon as you do that, you'll have access to EBC. Now, EBC Premium is a different topic. There's a trick
Mm.
there. You want to post, I think five is now the number, like five changes, which means very small changes. So don't rush into, thinking that, okay, I need to change the images all the time. No, just what if I add a period there and remove the period, another question mark or whatever, one more sentence, that's a change. Do it 5 times and Amazon will get you access to the premium. Or I have another idea here. For those that are starting a new brand, you can reach out to us, for example, and we can hook you up with an Amazon account representative. This is available for new brands out there that are just
Yes.
starting on the Amazon marketplace. And that's a huge advantage. We didn't have that one back when we started on Amazon, to
Yeah.
have someone with Amazon to just interact. We had a couple of clients that had problems, especially now that we mentioned EVC, so A plus. Um, they had their content was not publishing, so they had a problem, and they immediately messaged. We were in CC as a brand, as an agency that helped them, to gain um, the account manager for that matter, and the account manager in 15 minutes just approved and published their content on their listing. So it's huge. It's huge. The account manager with
Mm.
Amazon, and it's always for the current calendar year. So if right now in August you get the account manager, it will be available until the 31st of December. If you get it on the 1st of January 2025, it will be with you until the end of 2025, the 31st of December 2025. So yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
And one of the things I would say, so I don't want anybody to be discouraged if you're in the, you know, course of getting your brand registered and stuff like that. Amazon does have an accelerator, a brand accelerator, that even if you've already submitted the paperwork, you can get your brand registered on Amazon as long as you do it through their acceleration program. So make sure that you look at that before you start some of your paperwork to get your brand recognized and stuff, because it's very helpful for you to get notification sooner of brand recognition on Amazon. Um, what strategies would you use to increase product sales velocity, which means the amount of times that, yeah,
Yeah. One of them would be the product testing campaign I mentioned earlier, which is very powerful, just to do a product testing and do that surveys that I was talking about. And at the end of the day, you're just sending more sales to Amazon. That will increase the sales velocity and create momentum on the platform, hence sending more visibility and getting the right ranking position based on the sales that you generate. Another thing would be to actually take advantage of the lightning deals and 7-day deals, like I've mentioned earlier. PPC is very powerful. Just go with PPC. It's always there for us to take into place. And yeah, any other marketing materials that someone can think of. Nevertheless, yeah, there are options.
What about cross-selling and upselling? How can you implement that on Amazon?
Well, I've seen some stuff. People are just maybe using one of their images, like image number 4 or image number 5, to put two of their products and say, hey, if you buy this and this, and just show the actual clients, you get a discount. Of course, you can do that in the promotions area and just add two or more products as part of the promotion. But you always want to show in an image so people actually see it. Sometimes the text is not so friendly with the human eye, but the images will definitely get you there. So if you're selling one product and you have let's say another product that goes well with it, just place it there in an image and try to leverage that one. Yeah, I can think of other ways, but that would mean getting people outside of Amazon, creating
Yeah.
that email list, and
Well,
getting them. Yeah.
let's talk about that. How can social media and either other marketing channels like email lists and stuff be leveraged to help you with your Amazon sales?
That's very powerful to take advantage of because, if you look at it from the Amazon seller perspective, we are chasing that one sale through PPC and we are spending and bidding a lot on PPC, trying to maintain a good ACOS. And on that, on that path, whenever we get that one sale, what do? We look for the second sale. So we were chasing another one. So that lifetime value of a customer is very, very short in terms of, what we can get out of it because we're just getting one sale and then we're chasing it and spending a lot of money for this another sale. The idea would be to actually try to get people outside of Amazon, and this is what I recommend from my experience. It's my thought here. Get people outside of Amazon with a good insert, with a good option to get them outside. Do not get them outside of Amazon with I don't know, something that's irrelevant to them. For example, if you're selling I don't know, a yoga mat, give them a yoga course or yoga class or whatever. Hey, before starting using this yoga mat, click here to see the, I don't know, 10 lessons that and 10 positions that you can achieve it. And with a good instructor, invest into your products. That's the whole idea. So this will make people click. When they click, they get, and you end up with their email. You give them value, 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 value. It's always about the value. So give them value so you can take back value later on because that person, if you're selling a yoga mat now and you're selling a yoga ball in 2 months, then that person is very, very attracted to purchase from you again. Why? Because it knows your brand, it knows that you're delivering quality. So, yeah, we're looking for that. There you go.
You have made some excellent points today, and I know that our audience is just going to love taking some of those. I'm wondering if you can just give us a final takeaway on the winning strategy for product sales and keyword ranking. Your
I'd say
final
that
word.
a final word. I'd say that never, never, never stop, chasing your dreams in terms of how you look at it. Because, businesses are not like this, whoop, going one straight line to the moon and beyond. It's never like that. It's about, going up, going down, going up, going down. So it's always like that. So in terms of sales, whenever you're selling and you're at the top, you have to think about it. Do not take it for granted. Think because you're there for a reason and try to optimize, try to look at it. When you're down, do not, wait for anyone to help you. Try to dust yourself off, pick yourself up, and continue and get it back up. It's a matter of mindset at the end of the day. I truly want to mention this. Everyone out there is a matter of investment in themselves. This is the investment that will always pay off. It doesn't matter how much money you make. If you invest in yourself, guess what? Your business might go up and down and go up and down. It's how you do it and how you feel about it. That's the key and the overall let's say, golden nugget, because it's a matter of businesses do not fail. All businesses are there. They can pivot, they can change, they can switch to another thing, they can do a numerous things just to stay alive. But it's people that allow the business to fail. And you can say, oh, Amazon is not working. I've tried. It's yeah, you cannot make any money on Amazon. It's not like that. Not for everyone, at least. You just gave
Yeah.
up on trying to figure it out how to sell on Amazon. So I guess what I'm trying to say, if I'm trying to say anything, invest in yourself, educate, stay up to date, and try to develop a healthy mindset. This would be. I know it's not about direct sales, but on the long run, this will get you to the top.
Yeah. So your website is?
The website is intelliRANK.info, and yeah, reach out to us. You can find us on social media as well. I'm also available on LinkedIn and everywhere. So yeah, drop a hello and let's have a call if needed. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say thank you for joining us today on Ecom Insiders, which is sponsored by SPCTEK. Our guest again, Marcel Marculescu. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comment fields. And if you enjoyed today's session, please subscribe and enjoy future editions of Ecom Insiders. Thank you again, Marcel, for joining us.
Debbie, thank you for having me. It's been a great conversation, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you again. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye.